everyone, welcome back. I'm Dai and today is December 1st. So it is the start of my manga advent calendar. So I am getting ready to open my first tag from the advent calendar that I put together. If you don't know what I am talking about, you can check out my manga advent calendar link down in the description box below. It'll let you know how I put this together and what I decided to do. But basically, in each of these tags is a slip of paper, and on that piece of paper is a series that I have on my shelf that I have more than 3 volumes of that I either haven't started yet or haven't continued. And so I am really looking forward to seeing what is in this tag. I will be opening up one tag every other day and reading 2 volumes of whatever series is inside these tags. So I will not be all decked out like this throughout all of the Advent videos. I will probably mostly be off screen, but because I had my face on, I decided to go ahead and film a formal intro and chatty introduction to this Advent project. And so I'm excited to see what is in this tag. So I do have a pair of tweezers because it is a pocket, and so I don't want to destroy the little tag. So if I have to use it for something else later on, I can. But let me pull out this one piece of paper. Okay, so it's right here. And the series that I will be reading is, can you see that? I don't think you can because my camera does not focus, but it says Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. So I believe I have the first volume in my room and the second volume is on the shelf behind me. So let me grab the 2 volumes and I will be right back. Okay, so I was right. The first volume was in my room because I was using it as part of the stack for the BookTube spin. And so I had that one in there, and then the second volume was in the bookcase behind me. So I have both of the volumes here. Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter is by Rhea, art by Suki Umemiya, character design by Haruki Futaba. And this one is published by 7 Seas and is rated teen. So I believe this one is an isekai story about a girl who gets reborn in an otome game. So it says she gets hit by a car, wakes up in her favorite dating sim as the villain of the game. So that's interesting. Looking forward to checking these out. My manga advent calendar project actually coincides with the 25 days of manga readathon. So I will be reading 25 volumes of manga. Hopefully with my advent calendar project, that should take care of the 25 volumes because that's what I had intended for the manga advent, to leave me 25 volumes of manga to read up to Christmas. So yeah, these will be my first 2 reads for my manga advent calendar project, and I am looking forward to this. So I will read these 2 volumes and then I will probably give a little bit of a review on the next segment, and then we will open up the next tag on the 3rd, which will be Wednesday. So I am looking forward to this. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you again in a bit. Okay, change of plans. I am back sooner than expected because I have decided that I am just going to roll all of the Advent stuff together and then do my vlog as well. And so yeah, this is my manga advent, yarn advent, and Vlogmas video. I'm going to try to get these out weekly as opposed to monthly like I've been doing my vlogs, just for the month of December. And so, yeah, I will do my yarn advent. So I did buy a yarn advent. So I have a skein of yarn, mini skein of yarn to open up every day leading up to Christmas as well. And then I believe on Christmas Day I will have a full skein to open. So the yarn advent I purchased was from Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde Yarns. They do a Harry Potter inspired yarn advent calendar every year and have. So this is the 5th year, so this should be based on the Order of the Phoenix. And so all of the skeins in this advent calendar have colorways based on things that happened in that book. So yeah, I have my first yarn advent calendar bag right here. So they decided to go with these satiny bags this time around. I purchased the yarn advent from Yarn Cafe Creations last year. It was a My Little Pony advent just because I had forgotten to purchase the Harry Potter one because Goblet of Fire is my favorite Harry Potter book. But yeah, I had forgotten to purchase it and it was all sold out when I remembered, and so I only had the My Little Pony advent. But those were in paper bags with staples, and if you watched last year's Vlogmas, you'll see me poke myself a couple of times. But this year they've gone with these satiny bags, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one now. So this is day 1, December 1st. Let's see what's inside. So this is what the skein looks like. You can see that it is from Yarn Cafe Creations. So I presume every other day will be Yarn Cafe Creations, and then the even days will be from Dragon Horde Yarns. But this one's very multicolored, very speckly. I'm really enjoying that. So this one's called The Order of the Phoenix. This is on her biscotti sock 4-ply, which is fingering weight, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 87 yards, 20 grams. So I'm going to have one of these every day leading up to Christmas. And then, like I said, there is a full skein in there for Christmas Day. So I am really happy with this. I did really enjoy Christie's My Little Pony advent calendar from last year as well. And so, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. I always buy these yarn advents and I never know what to do with them. But I am super excited to be opening that as well. And like I said, I will be back again to share with you every day my yarn advent calendar, and then every other day my manga advent calendar, and then in between sharing my thoughts with you on the manga that I read for the manga advent calendar, and then everything else I read and do in between. So yeah, I guess this is going to be my Vlogmas. Vlogmas day 1 entry. So I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to a lot of holiday reads, lots of manga reading, lots of beautiful yarn, and hopefully some advent knitting, because I will be doing a yarn advent project as well, I believe. I am a patron of the Bakery Bears podcast, which is a knitting podcast, and every year in the more recent years they have been doing a knitting advent project. So they give a little piece of a pattern every other day, I believe, leading up to Christmas, and then on Christmas Eve we have the full pattern. And so I haven't been too successful in knitting the advent designs every year. But I'm kind of thinking this year's project is a pair of socks. So we'll see how that goes. I won't actually know what the project is, I don't think, until the 3rd, I think, is when they said we're going to get our first section. I'm not sure if we're getting an introductory thing on that project today or tomorrow, but we shall see. I am super excited for all of the holiday things, and I'm even wearing my my penguin shirt. You can see my holiday penguin and my glass Christmas tree pendant, which I got at a craft fair several years ago. It is something that I wear every year around this time, and I absolutely adore it. And yeah, so now I am going for real. And I will be back with you soon to share with you what else I will be doing during Vlogmas and all of my reads and all of that. So I hope you're having a good one. I'll talk to you later. Hi everyone, it is Thursday, December 2nd, and you're getting me again because I have my face done. This will not be a regular thing, just so you know. If you go back and watch last year's Vlogmas, you barely ever saw my face. And that's just because I normally do my updates right before I go to bed, and I don't show my unmade face to anybody but my immediate family. So, yeah, I am still on vacation. I'm on vacation until Monday, and so I've been doing a little bit of filming today. I had the house to myself because my daughter has school still. And so, yeah, I've been battling a headache today. It's been kicking my butt. And I don't know if it's because I'm anticipating all of the work that I'm looking at. Not that I'm looking at, that I know is sitting in my inbox and will have to go through on Monday, or if it's something else. But yeah, it's finally starting to subside, but it's taken all day, and I hate days like that because I just feel yucky, you know? But anyway, I was well enough to film my Yarny update, which for those of you who are watching on my BookTube channel, because I am posting the same video to both my BookTube and my Yarny channels, for those of you who are only watching on my BookTube channel, I do a monthly wrap-up of all of the things that I knit on in the month on my Yarny channel. So if you're ever interested in seeing what I'm stitching on or hearing me talk about those projects in more detail, definitely check out that channel because there's more Yarny goodness there. But I filmed my Yarny update for November. I tend to not to do my wrap-ups like I do my wrap-ups for BookTube, where I wait till the beginning of the next month to do it, just because I want to encapsulate all of the days of the previous month in that update. And so just finished filming that, and I guess I'll show you real fast what I am currently working on. So traditionally I do a pair of Christmas socks for my mom and my daughter. I've started my mom's, so they're living in this pineapple yarn bag, and I've just finished the heel. So this is where I'm at with that. This is the Jemima pattern by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. So I always make my mom's socks about this long, 15 rows of 2x2 ribbing, and then 24 rows of leg, and then a slip stitch heel, square heel turn, and I've just started doing the gusset decreases. So if you want to hear more about the project, then like I said, check out my Yarny updates. So that's what I am doing for that, and I'm working on my mom's because my daughter has not decided which yarn she wants for her Christmas socks or what pattern she wants. And so my mom is not picky, so I just decided myself on what she's getting. So that's that one. And then today, while I was battling my headache, I worked on something for my niece, and so it's living in this Animal Crossing bag that my mom made for me recently. Just this weekend, I think she put this one together. and inside there's like rainbow nook leaf fabric, but in here is a hat that I'm working up for my niece. And my brother is a big fan of Star Wars, and so when they come visit me, they have like matching shirts and stuff. So I have two nieces. I have a 7-year-old niece and a 4-year-old niece, and so I thought I'd make them some stormtrooper hats. So this is where I am currently at. There, that's better. Right now it kind of just looks like a tooth, but the eye portion of the stormtrooper helmet is going in pretty soon, I believe. And so yeah, I am making it pink for the girls, and both of my nieces will get the same hat. And so yeah, pink for the girls, and then when I'm done with the girls, I will do gray for my brother and his wife. Same hat, so that they all have matching hats. So yeah, I'm working on that. That was a last minute decision to make that for my nieces, plural, because I never know what to get them. And my brother always says they don't need anything, don't send anything, they have too much stuff. But you know, they're still little. I want to send them stuff, and we don't get to see them often because they live across the sea. So yeah, hopefully they'll be here to visit me in 2022. They usually come around this time of the year, late November, early December, just because they like to experience the chillier weather, lower temperatures than they're able to experience in Hawaii. That being said, today it was 85 degrees. Not very happy about that. Not happy at all. It's just too hot for this time of the year. I don't know what's going on, but I'm unhappy with the weather. In any case, that is what I am working on for my nieces and my mom. I did start the accomplishments of a Duke's Daughter manga. I am not doing so well. I stayed up really late last night, and normally I like to do a lot of my reading right before bed, and because I stayed up so late, I went to sleep relatively soon after I got in bed, so that wasn't helpful. So I do need to play a little bit of catch up tonight and read the rest of volume 1 and read volume 2 today, hopefully, because tomorrow I will be choosing another tag. So yeah, in any case, I'm here to open the manga advent, the yarn advent with you. So this is day 2. Super excited to see what this will be today, and what part of Order of the Phoenix it is based on. So this should be from Dragon Horde Yarns, and it is, and look at that. So you can see Dragon Horde Yarns. This is on her lore sock base, which is an 85 merino 15 nylon in the colorway Department of Mysteries. And so I really love that. This is like my color for sure. It's like a muted turquoise. Kind of goes with my shirt, actually. I just love that. Very happy with that. I'm still trying to think of what I'm going to do with those skeins. A lot of people do advent knits. Lots of people are doing like cardigans or shirts this year. Tops, I mean. And I just don't know. I kind of am afraid to do a project as I pull out the colors. Especially something that I'd be wearing. Just because you never know what the colors will look like as you pull them out. I don't know. Some people are very adventurous that way, and I'm more concerned. Because these are special skeins. I want to be able to use them for a special project, and if colors that come in later in the month work better next to each other than the way that I'm pulling them out, then I want to use the colors to the best of their matchiness. I don't know. Maybe after I start seeing other people start working on their projects and seeing how those are coming together, I'll be a little bit more confident about picking an Advent project. But yeah, so far I'm just enjoying opening up those skeins. So obviously today I'm not opening a manga Advent tag because that will be tomorrow, like I said earlier. But I thought that on days where I'm not opening tags, I do some... Sorry, I got interrupted there. My daughter was just calling to tell me that she was coming back from her classes. But anyway, so today is an even number day, so I'm not pulling a manga Advent tag. So I thought on the even number days that I would do a project to pick books to read next year. So I've talked a little bit about how I have random number generator as a prompt in each of my rotating decks, prompt decks, because I want to get through my to read bookshelf on Goodreads. And so I thought I'd do a random number generator every other day, and that would give me a list of books to read in 2022. So in the event that I ever feel like I don't know what to read, I can reference that list and be all like, okay, read one from this list, and that'll help me get my TBR shelf down. And so I did a random number generator before I started filming today, and the number came up as 156. And so that book on my to read shelf is Second Sight by Jane Ann Krantz. Actually, I think it's by Amanda Quick, who is also Jane Ann Krantz. This is the first book in the Arcane Society. I put this book on my to read shelf in 2012. I do not own this one, but it is available from my library through Overdrive or Libby. So that is the first book that will be on my to read list in 2022. I believe this one follows, or this particular book follows a photographer who goes to the Arcane Society to photograph relics from an alchemist. It does have some romance elements. I believe this particular one is also historical, which are two that I'm not really jiving with at the moment. But this also has paranormal aspects. I believe somewhere in this series it deals with people who have abilities, and obviously with the alchemist. And I think there's like a serum or something that enhances people's psychic abilities. So it's about time that I actually start this series and see if it's something that I'm actually going to be interested in. I believe this series not only has historical books, which kind of lays the foundation for the series on a whole, but it also has contemporary books, which again, not really something I am kind of jiving with at the moment. But this one's also tagged as a mystery, which is something I do jive with. So I'm interested to check this one out and see how I think, or see what I think about this series, and see if it's one that stays on my TBR or not. So yeah, first book on my list of books to read in 2022. So yeah, I think this is going to be fun. It'll definitely make me look at that list more often. And I will probably do a separate video after Vlogmas is done, compiling all of the books that I have picked, just kind of as a reference, or to let people who aren't watching the Vlogmas, because I know a lot of people don't enjoy this type of content, know what part of my reading plans will be for 2022. So yeah, I think this is going to be fun. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that'll be my check-in for today. Tomorrow, I will be pulling another manga advent tag. Maybe I'll do my annual watch of Titanic. I do always watch Titanic, the movie, when I'm on vacation every year, and I haven't done it yet, but maybe tomorrow will be the day. So yeah, that'll be my check-in for today, and I will be back with you tomorrow. So I hope you're all having a good one, and I'll talk to you later.
Hello everyone, it is 3 o'clock in the morning on December 3rd. So this is probably more of the view that you will see during the vlogs, but I wanted to open up my new manga advent tag to see what series I will be reading from next, and I wanted to open my yarn advent calendar for you. So I am already behind. I did finish reading the first volume of Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. I really enjoyed this, but I am not done with volume 2. I am just at the beginning right there. So I do want to finish that up probably shortly after I finish filming this clip. But I have my new tag here, and because I'm unable to open the tag with one hand, I'm going to have my daughter help me, and so she's going to pull out the tag on camera. And that says Daily Lives of High School Boys. So this must be the one that my daughter has wanted me to read, and it is definitely one that is in her room. So she's going to go ahead and pull the first 2 volumes for me to read while I show you my yarn advent calendar. So I have my yarn advent here. It is day 3. So let's see if I can open this up with one hand. Okay, let's see what we have today. Oh, it's kind of autumnal a little bit. So, yeah. It's another skein from Yarn Cafe Creations. And this is Luna Lovegood. So that does make sense. Let's see if I can... There we go. So there's lots of yellows and burgundies, orange with a touch of blue and pink. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm really enjoying opening these yarn advents and seeing what's inside, what the inspiration is for that skein. So my daughter is back, and she has the 2 volumes. So let's see. So here they are, volumes 1 and 2 of The Daily Lives of High School Boys by Yasunobu Yamauchi. This one is published by Vertical and rated 13 plus, so that is teen. And so, yes, I'm looking forward to this. I presume it's going to be a very entertaining read, and I'm looking forward to some laughs. But before I get to do that, I need to finish this. So I'm going to do this right now, and then I'll probably be back later this afternoon because I do plan on filming a bit. So I'll be back this afternoon to tell you my thoughts on the accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. And yeah, so I'm going to get to reading right now at 3:15 or so in the morning, and I will talk to you in a bit.
Hi everyone, like I had said in the previous clip for today, I did finish the 2 volumes of Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. This is by Rhea, art by Suki Umemiya, character design by Haruki Futaba. This one is published by 7 Seas and is rated teen. This one follows a woman who is really into otome games, and she's like especially into one at the moment. But then after work, she gets hit by a car, and when she wakes up, she's in the otome game that she's really into. But she doesn't wake up as the love interest. She wakes up as the villainess. And so because she is so familiar with how the story goes from playing it, she knows what she needs to do to, like, make a better life for herself, as opposed to the outcome that she knows this character gets from playing the game, I guess. And so she apparently does something bad right where she wakes up. She's being accused of something and ends up becoming the lord of her family's fiefdom. So her father kind of assigns her to become the lord of their fiefdom to get her away from the area. And this story kind of follows her building up the fiefdom. She introduces a lot of things like products that we have in the real world and foods and like systems. It's very, very much economical. Like, it talks a lot about her coming up with these ideas for the fiefdom and making it prosperous, and how she's doing that, and the things that she is thinking up. By time we get towards the end of volume 2, apparently 2 years have already passed, which I don't feel like 2 years have really passed in the manga volumes that I read, but yeah, apparently 2 years have passed, and she's getting really good at what she's doing, bringing all of her real world life knowledge to where she is. And there's a little bit of family drama because her brother kind of is siding with somebody else instead of doing what he should be doing as the heir of his family's title. And his mom's real pissed with him, and he kind of was just reintroduced at the end of volume 2 and is very surprised with his sister and the things that she's doing. And so yeah, I'm enjoying what I read so far, but it's a lot of economics that I'm not really into. I would say in volume 1 there's a lot more detail to the things that she's doing and her thinking up these ideas. I'm hoping that once, we get to a more modern kind of society, she puts in place all of the things that she wants to put in place. We're going to get past all of that world building and getting more into why things are going on with the power struggles between the families and other types of things. I presume there's going to be some backlash because of what she's introducing. Obviously, there's going to be people copying her ideas and how that's going to affect the fiefdom and their prosperity and things like that. And so, yeah, I am enjoying this one. Very surprisingly, I don't usually read stories like this, but this story doesn't really touch on the fact that she has woken up in a game. Like, you get that when she wakes up, and maybe one other time she references it, but other than that, she never really talks about the fact that, she knows how this situation is going to end up, so this is what she's going to change, or anything like that. So it feels more like its own story rather than her waking up in this game and then kind of playing it as the villainess. It's more like this is her life and this is how she's living it, without that whole game element being at the forefront of the story. And so, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by this one. I do have 3 more volumes in my personal library on my shelves, and I'm looking forward to continuing and seeing where the story goes. So I've done my first 2 volumes of manga for my manga advent calendar, and I really enjoyed it. So now it is day 3, and like I said, I am behind. I haven't even started the first volume of Daily Lives of High School Boys. I do plan on doing that later this evening. My vacation is coming to a close, which makes me super sad, but I am enjoying kind of the things that this manga advent calendar has already brought me. And I'm hoping for a few more surprises. Daily Lives of High School Boys is definitely one that I had intended on reading, and it's one my daughter has been very keen on me reading also. So I'm looking forward to getting into those volumes, and then maybe she'll read them as well, and then we can kind of chat about them. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to opening another tag already, because of course that's so much fun. But that's pretty much it for me today. I do plan on editing my Yarny update right after I finish this clip. Yarny updates are my end of the month monthly wrap up kind of for my knitting and crafting for the month. So I talk about all of the things that I crafted on in the month of November. So I need to edit that and put that up for this weekend. And then I do want to cast on the Advent knitting project that was released today for the Bakery Bear patrons. It is a pair of socks, and so I will be casting those on. I am up to date with watching their Advent calendar videos, but I am behind on almost everybody else's Vlogmas videos. So I do want to watch a few more of those later today, plus everybody else's TBR videos and everybody else's end of the month wrap-ups and things like that. I just finished filming my monthly manga haul, which was kind of chaotic to be honest, but it seemed to go by a lot faster than recording normally does. So yeah, so far December is starting off rather fun, though I'm a little concerned about my reading. I mean, I'm already behind with the manga reading, and I'm not even reading any of my novels yet. So that's a little bit concerning, but I'm just gonna take it easy and enjoy myself. And yeah, so maybe you'll see me in a later clip casting on that Advent project, but that's pretty much all I have for today. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I will either see you in another clip when I cast on that Advent project, or I will see you tomorrow. So I'll talk to you later.
Hello everybody, it is actually December 5th, but this is my day 4 entry. It is just after midnight, and yeah, it's been a hectic day. I've been trying to get my new computer. You can see I have Goodreads up on it right now. Working as far as editing videos, and it's been a struggle. My new program is not working as well as I want it to, or as efficiently. So yeah, I think I've got it down now, but I did want to get on and open my yarn advent for today, and then share with you my reading, and then do my random number generator for my next novel to read in 2022. So let's start with the yarn advent calendar. Doing this one-handed is very difficult, but we shall get this done. So what is today's skein look like? Or what does today's skein look like? It looks like this. Not sure how well it's coming across on the screen, but it's like purpley and pinky, and these bags leave little hairs on my yarn. So yes, I am pretty happy with how that looks. Maybe I'll try to brighten it up and see if we can see that better, but yeah, does that look better? That's a little better. So today's skein was inspired by Dudley Demented. Huh. Okay. Purples aren't really my color, but I could find a use for this, I'm sure. So yes, this one is from Dragon Horde Yarn, and more white threads all over my yarn. In any case, very happy with today's skein. I am still reading The Daily Lives of High School Boys, Volume 1. You can see that I am not very far. This is a very easy read. I read quite a bit of it last night before I went to sleep, and it's kind of stupid, to be honest. And I was just so tired last night. I'm sure a lot of it didn't hit as comedic as probably would have if I wasn't so tired, but just working on this computer has been exhausting, and my vacation is ending tomorrow. So yeah, I'm exhausting myself working on this new computer. At the same time, I'm glad to have the new computer, but I'm exhausted. So I will be reading more of this tonight before I go to bed, and hopefully starting, if not finishing, Volume 2, because I am pulling another tag tomorrow. So I will be editing this video and putting it up on Sunday, which is actually today, the day I'm filming, because, like I said, it is just after midnight. So yes, reading this, let's get to my random number generator. So this is the number of books I have on my to-read list, and I know it looks like a lot, but it doesn't include just the books that I have to read. It also includes all the books that I've found interesting since I started my Goodreads account. So let's go ahead and press I guess it's this button right here. So let's do this. Number 526. So let me find that page. Okay, so I found it. Number 526 is Phantom, the Last Vampire, number 4. So I have only read The Last Vampire, number 1. So I am going to be putting The Last Vampire, number 2 on my to-read list for 2022. So this is a series that was written in the 90s by Christopher Pike, and it is about a woman who believes she is the last vampire, and there's a little bit of mystery involved, and I was a bit disappointed with the first one, but I do intend on reading all of them because it has been a series that I have been very interested in since I was younger, much younger. And so, yeah, I just never read it, and so I'm glad to finally be getting to this series. So that is actually continuing a series as well. So that is wonderful. So that's going to do it for my clip today. I will probably show you a little bit of knitting that I did today before I log off. But that is pretty much it. So first week of Vlogmas down, and I will be starting a new Vlogmas section tomorrow. And so, like I said earlier, I am going to share with you a little bit of what I have been knitting on today. So this weekend, I did finish this Stormtrooper hat for my niece, and so it kind of looks like this. It's probably going to be too big for her, to be honest, but she can grow into it, right? She can. So I have two nieces, so that's for one niece. And then I am working this one for the second niece, and I am just past the eye section. And so, yeah, working away on that. I actually don't have much to go after that because I'm about here. So I just have the rest of this. So I'd say I'm about halfway done. So, yeah, just doing some really fast gift knitting for the nieces. I will probably be doing ones for my brother and his wife as well, but I wanted to share with you what my skein from my advent calendar looked like in better lighting. So, on screen it's not looking any better than it did a little while ago, but maybe I can still brighten that up. In any case, it's lots of like pinks and magentas and plums. There's a little bit of gray over here. And so yes, this is Dudley Demented from Dragon Horde Yarns. And so I'm really enjoying opening these and seeing all the colors, though I'm not sure that this reminds me of that scene. Yeah, so anyway, I still enjoy seeing all of the skeins because they're so pretty. But yeah, so that is all I wanted to share with you for today. Like I said, I will be back in a couple hours with the next clip, but you won't get to see that until next week. So I'm going to close out this vlog right here. I hope you're all having an amazing December so far, and that your reading has been going much better than mine. And so I will see you again next week for another cumulative vlog. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye!